Adam, Leighton joins as an influencer mom frenemy this season. What was it like blending that real marriage with the on-screen mayhem, rather?
Yeah, the marriage went out the window. I just, I didn't have to blend it.
Welcome to That Digital Take. I'm your host, Torri Webster. Welcome back to That Digital Take. Today we are diving into one of the most anticipated premieres of the fall. Nobody Wants This Season 2, dropping October 23rd on Netflix. Joining us from LA today is the cast: Kristen Bell, Adam Brody, Justine Loop, Jackie Tone, and Timothy Simons. Kind of crazy, guys. Plus the creator and writer Erin Foster and showrunner Jenni Konner. They are going to be talking about the chaos of modern love, dinner party disasters, therapy era dating, and why this season proves that sometimes love is the most complicated faith of all. This is going to be a very fun episode, so let's dive right in. Hello, Kristen Bell and Adam Brody. Welcome to That Digital Take podcast. I'm Torri Webster. So lovely to meet you both.
Hi there.
Hi. So jumping right in, season 2 literally opens with a dinner party implosion, which feels very realistic. Kristen, what do you think is the ultimate relationship red flag that would reveal itself at a dinner party?
First of all, where are you from?
I'm from Toronto, Canada.
Yeah, okay. I got it in flag. I'm from Detroit, and the Midwest Canadian accent
was shining through.
What's the ultimate red flag at a dinner party?
Yes.
Yeah, come through at a dinner party.
Oh, inappropriate conversation. And I don't mean inappropriate like taboo, but if you're going to bring up at a dinner party religion or politics, no.
Love that.
You know?
Not at a new one.
No,
not
a consciousness. Not at a new one, but also even not at one with old friends. A consciousness about the topic of conversation and keeping it civilized. It would be is very important to me.
That is a great answer.
A conversation monopolizer.
Sure.
You want to keep it evenly dispersed. And also, and this is maybe, there are dietary restrictions, and then there's like
dietary annoyances.
Other stuff. Yeah. And then there's beyond that.
Timothy Simons and Jackie Tone, I'm so excited to meet you today.
Nice to meet you.
I'm going to jump right in. Jackie, your character Esther finally decides, look, everyone's having fun. Why not me? What did you love most about leaning into that as an actor this season?
I think it was really fun to explore more sides of her. And I am a rowdy, goofy, foolish ass person. And sort of like let a little bit of that freak flag fly in Esther, even when she's like sort of trying to do it and be a fun person, but kind of do it badly. Even that's fun for me because I just like to be, my instinct is to be goofy. So I'm really wrapping that up when I'm being Esther. And so it was especially fun to play a little bit of a freer gal in season 2.
I love that. And it was especially fun to watch. Sasha and Esther are giving marriage in the trenches this season. It's honest, it's chaotic, it's really beautiful. Timothy, what is your favorite part that's funny because it's true, like that sort of couple moment that you guys got to capture on screen this season?
Oh, man.
I have a good one.
That's a big question. You have a good one? What is it?
Bina comes.
Huh?
When Bina comes in after we.
Oh, well, I don't know that that's happened to me.
No, but it's like, it's the most cringe, like scream. But yeah, you're right. It's not funny because it's true. It's more just like, I'm going to kill myself.
Oh, yeah. That's when Bina comes in post-coital.
Perfect.
That one was a good one. I think there is one that happens sort of funny because it's true later on in the season that there is and I remember when we were shooting this, there's like a big group argument.
Oh,
and I remember when we were shooting that scene that it's like one of those things that happens in relationships where like 6 hours earlier somebody did something and then it snaps when you're in a group setting.
Absolutely.
And it's like it seems like it comes out of nowhere, but you've really been in that fight for like 6 hours and it just
locked and loaded for the last day.
Yes,
sure.
So that I think is funny because it's true.
I love it. Adam, Leighton joins as an influencer mom frenemy this season. What was it like blending that real marriage with the on-screen mayhem, rather?
Yeah, the marriage went out the window. I just, I didn't have to blend it. it's just fun to watch her work, and it was really fun she knew most of the people I've been working with, but having her get to know them more and them know her more, and especially people behind the camera, and really share those two worlds in terms of merging friend groups and world groups. That was a joy.
We were delighted.
I'm very proud of her. So, to show her off.
We were very delighted that he shared her with us because she was an absolute dream person for that role. Like very early on in the writer's room, we were like, oh, what if Leighton did this? That would be so cool. And then when she did, and she's such a delight on camera because she's very talented and gets to showcase like her comedic chops a lot in this episode, but is also just such a delightful person that it was kind of nice. And we had other cast members who brought their significant others that like the week we were shooting. So it really was like a quadruple date lunch party.
That sounds so fun. Justine Loop, welcome to That Digital Take podcast. My name is Torri Webster. It's lovely to meet you.
Oh, I'm sorry to meet you.
The sister energy between Morgan and Joanne this season is too real. The love, the shade, the brutal honesty. Did that sister vibe with Kristen Bell click from day one, or did you have to build that like a real sibling relationship over time?
We definitely had an immediate click. I don't know what it is, divine intervention or something, or just like both of us being like kind of open book people that are just like, here's my heart, it's on my sleeve, do you want it? Like we're both kind of like that. So we were both really lucky in that chemistry just kind of inherently was there, and that we felt really comfortable with each other right away. And yeah,
I love that so much. We get a Succession alum reunion this season. What was it like re-teaming with Erin Moyed as Dr. Andy under a very different circumstance now on Nobody Wants This?
It was the best. I mean, I love Ari, and we'd worked together on Succession, but we hadn't like done scenes together. We had kind of just traveled together and hung out on set together, and we really get along well. And I just was so excited when he agreed to do this job, and I felt so proud to be like introducing my friend to my other friends, and they all loved him, and he's just perfect for this part. So yeah, we were really, really lucky to have him, and it went great.
That's incredible. Erin Foster and Jenni Konner, welcome to That Digital Take. My name is Torri Webster. It is so lovely to meet you both. I'm a huge fan.
Hi, Torri.
Hi, thank you.
Erin, I'll begin with you. Your real life dinner party anxiety inspired episode 1 of season 2. How often do your personal moments like that become storylines? And where is the line for you between personal and putting it on the page?
There is no line, Torri. Everything goes in the show.
I appreciate the honesty.
No, it's really about what the writer's room responds to. You know, I think I was telling a story about how Simon always would tell me that I'm a really anxious host. And so we would be hosting people, and he would notice that I was hovering next to the light switch. And I would be like, it feels like it's too dim. It feels like it's too bright. And Simon would be like, I need you to sit down. You're stressing people out with like making sure the lighting is correct. So that was something that we thought was funny to add into the show. But sometimes there's things that happen to me that, I say in the room and it's like doesn't resonate because it's not a universal experience. And that's when I fire those people.
Totally fair.
They just don't know what a good story is.
Yeah, if you know any good writers.
Yeah, I fire them every day. No, it's very obvious, like it would be with anything when something's landing and working, and everybody contributes stories to the show, not just me. There's a whole writer's room filled with really talented people.
Jackie, this season feels like the ultimate marriage vibe check. If you had to describe Sasha and Esther's marriage in a TikTok hashtag, what hashtag would you use to describe it?
Oh, you're making me so old.
Yeah, you're really...
We're both twice your age. Do you think, are there TikTok hashtags that already exist, or am I making one up?
Oh, you could make it up. Like, you could do ones that already exist, like hashtag solid for life, or like hashtag...
I didn't know we were still doing hashtags.
I guess so.
I thought they...
You're really overestimating our ability to know about TikTok.
It's great for SEO.
I think, and we both totally know what that is.
Yes, I absolutely know what an SEO is.
This is all something. I think it would be some version of a hashtag like I mean, honestly,
Figuring it out.
Figuring it out, but I also like hashtag funny because it's true.
Yeah.
Because what's going on with Sasha and Esther is this real situation where these two people have been together for 15 years and now they're in like the opposite of the honeymoon phase. They love each other, but like, what are we did we just fall into this and now we're coasting, or do we really want to be here, and what kind of work do we need to do on ourselves? But also funny stuff is happening in the meantime. So I kind of like hashtag funny because it's true.
All right.
If Morgan and Dr. Andy had a joint podcast like you do on the show, what do you think you would call it?
Like, let's get real.
I love that. Morgan feels like she's in her unapologetic era in this season. She's not trying to be perfect. She's just trying to be honest. How much of that sharp humor comes from you and improvisation versus the writing on the show? And with that, I also just have to give you your flowers because you were hilarious in this season and part of the reason why it was such an easy binge for me.
Oh, thank you. I mean, there's a lot of really great writing that like really kind of paves the way for Morgan, but I also would say that this team is incredibly encouraging of like playing around and having fun and trying new things and saying weird stuff and eating when you're not supposed to during a scene. Like, they really just let me have free reign, and I will say, like, I definitely took that license and just had fun with it.
Ran with it.
But yeah. Thank you so much, though. I'll take my flowers.
Yes, good. I'm so glad. I'm calling this season Morgan's Hot Girl Healing Arc. What is one piece of advice you would give to anyone going through their own relationship or healing era right now?
I love that title, her Hot Girl Healing Arc. Girl, I think that's a really good piece of advice. Just be hot and heal.
I love it.
just
yeah, you're like, it's in the title.
Yeah, it's all there. You're just like, I mean, honestly, just keep on trying to be the best version of yourself. Be on the lookout for how you can grow and take care of yourself along the way and have fun because there's only one life, you know, you got this. So,
Jenni, the show feels like a spiritual cousin to Girls, which I was obsessed with.
Oh, thank you.
If season 2 leaves viewers with one takeaway about love in 2025, what do you hope it is?
It can happen to you.
That's cute.
I love that.
Anything can happen. Exactly. Just like Forum. Yeah. Anything can happen. No, I have hope, you know?
Yeah.
I hope that the show gives people hope.
That's beautiful. Erin, your characters always feel like people we know, the best friend, the sister, the ex we still like to text. How do you find that line between specificity and, like you said, that universality when you're writing these characters?
Well, there's a bit of a rule that doesn't make sense when you explain it, but the more specific you are, the more universal it is. And so it's a bizarre thing where, you know, most people watching the show have never been in a situation that Joanne's in, dating a rabbi, meeting him when he's in the process of breaking up with his, you know, ex-girlfriend, thinking about converting to Judaism. Those are all really specific themes, but the show is incredibly universal. And I think that it's because those details are just sort of a window into the real feelings behind it, which is, you know, I'm an independent woman who knows who she is, but I also really want to be this other person so that I can partner up with someone who has a different worldview than me. And I think a lot of us find ourselves meeting someone in the world and thinking, like, how do we merge our worlds? How do we find common ground? What's the right amount of compromise in a relationship? How much of yourself do you hold on to, and how much do you change for that person? And so the specificity really kind of just gets you connected and attached to the characters.
Very attached I was. I binged it very quickly. Jenni, you said you joined this season as the showrunner because Erin's voice is crystal clear as a writer, which I love. You're both obviously so strong individually as storytellers, but how do you challenge each other creatively when it comes to building out these characters or shaping this season 2's emotional arc?
I mean, that's a really good question. You know, we're not in it alone. Again, we have this incredible group of writers, and I say we're kind of always pushing at each other and poking holes in things because you don't want to find out later. So we started, you know, Bruce Kaplan will often say, I feel like that's not right in my body.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, what does your body think now? But, you know, it becomes very clear, honestly, with pitches in the room, what is resonating with all of us, and someone will bring something, even, for example, the light switch thing that you were talking about, which is that, right, we all haven't been at a dinner party where we're turning the lights up and down, but we've all been at some social event where we make it about something else. That wasn't about the light switch. That was about your anxiety being with Simon at your first event together, right? So it's like, you spend 3 weeks trying to find a dress for something. Maybe it's not about the dress, as Bruce would say. Maybe it's not about the dress. So, you know.
You really want all your friends to like your new boyfriend, and so then you obsess over the switch of lights.
Right.
So that, because you can control that.
Yeah. And even that you can't really.
But we do challenge each other in so many ways, because Jenni has such a great pedigree and has so much to offer and to teach. And we have a really, really great direct line of communication with each other where we can say, hey, this is how I receive things better than this way.
Yeah.
And if you could talk to me in this way, I'm going to hear it better. And, you know, and that's been like a really special creative partnership, because if you don't feel safe in a partnership, you really can't be creative. I certainly can't if I'm nervous to say the wrong thing. And so it's been really cool to get to work together and push each other to share the space together and make the show even better.
Right at the beginning, it wasn't even a conflict. It was like some confusion or something. There was some conflict. This was like day 2 or something. And you texted me and were like, can we talk? And we got on the phone and we got through it in a minute, because we're both very, very direct people, very nice people, but we don't waste time.
Yeah.
And so we will just tell each other how we're feeling in a very gentle way, but we have this way that's very similar of communicating, and sometimes that doesn't work. You know, sometimes one person has to be a different kind of person, but it's really worked with us, really works with Bruce and with all of our writers. He's very, very emotional as well, so we're all operating on this like real level of trust and straightforwardness. And it just makes the rest of it simple.
Yeah.
It's really lucky.
Timothy, there's this really fun gray area in the show between Sasha and Morgan, of course, that so many people relate to. It's obviously not romantic, but it is complicated. Why do you think audiences love watching those blurry relationship moments that play out on screen?
God, I don't know if I can swear on this, but people like watching other people be messy bitches. And I think there's that part of it. I think also, I do think that there is something that is fundamentally true that everybody deals with in adult relationships. If you, like, from both sides of people who've been married long term, you meet a new friend, whether it's romantic underneath it or it isn't, there is like this little bit of jealousy of like, you know, why aren't they getting that from me? Or like, what does that person have that I don't satisfy? Or you know what I mean? And so I do think that that is something that people respond to, or they've seen it or they understand it in some way, even if it isn't exactly the same.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time today, and congratulations on all the success of the show.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
Check out this, I guess, app called TikTok.
Check it out, guys. There's a lot happening over there.
Is there?
Good for the SOEs, dude.
For the SOE, they're important.
What were the letters?
I love that this season isn't necessarily about falling in love, but rather figuring out how to stay in it. Kristen, in your opinion, is the honeymoon stage a real phenomenon? And if so, when do you think it ends?
Well, that's science. There's absolutely like neuroscience to back that there is a roughly a 3-month honeymoon stage where dopamine levels are super high in your brain. And then there's another, like, I think there's another a dopamine level that is at like 6 months, and maybe another one at 9 months, and then possibly another at 2 years. I don't think I'm citing it all completely correct, but I know those are like the rough stages. And if you ask your friends, like when they broke up, it'll usually more likely than not be one of those stages.
I think it ends when the first time somebody says, okay, that doesn't work for me.
Oh, sure.
And like, all right.
And really, it's like, it's just your brain chemistry, right? It's like when you're dating someone for 3 months, you have rose colored glasses about everything. Oh my gosh, the way he chews is so cute. And then 3 months later, you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. That's just your brain playing tricks on you. And you get to decide whether or not you want to get over it.
Absolutely. And finally, if Joanne and Noah had a joint podcast the way that you do on the show, what would it be called?
Well, Noanne.
Noanne. Instead of yes and.
Noanne.
Noanne. That doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work at all. Pass over the microphone.
Oh, I love that. That's really good.
It's not very good.
I don't know.
I think TikTok will eat that right up. Well, thank you so much for your time today, and congrats on the massive success of the show, and all the best to you. Thank you.
Thank you, you too.